Hello. Hey. How y'all doing? Good morning. Hey. Hello. You're welcome. Hey, Cara. Thank you. Hey, David, Gloria, Gracious, Jamie. You're welcome, Powerful Bongo. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you guys are having a magnificent day. Hello. Hey. Hey, Misha. How are you? All right. Hi, Husan. Hey. Hey, Bobby Dell, Amethyst. How y'all doing? All right, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozine. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, Collective. How you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Okay, please keep in mind that this is a collective read. Not everything that I'm going to mention to you is going to resonate, okay? Take what resonates and leave the rest, all right? Before I get into this read, have you guys secured your book yet? Okay, yes, shameless plug. Wisdom Beyond Wounds was created for individuals like myself and you that may have went through a lot of turmoil surrounding narcissism. I feel like narcissism is a topic, or more so a niche, that's not really spoken about in the correct way. I feel like there are a lot of people that have a lot of underlying issues that surround narcissism, and it's very important to ensure that we're able to bring this to the forefront, because this is a very alarming thing that a lot of people maybe tend to not want to talk about. You know, they may want to sweep it underneath the rug. And I feel like it's very important and also imperative to be aware as to the type of mental instabilities that people may be battling with or struggling with on a day-to-day. So with this book here, this book was created to help guide you and to more so help to heal you. It's more so like a shadow book or a shadow journal here that's going to help you to heal yourself from any type of narcissistic abuse or experiences that you may have went through. Okay, that book is available on Amazon whenever you are ready. All right, so let's get into the read. Channel message is they knew that this wasn't your father. Okay, keep in mind this is a collective read. Everything I mentioned to you is not going to resonate. Okay, take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, so again, they knew that this wasn't your father. So, unbeknownst to you, growing up in this very toxic, debilitated environment of family here, at the time when you were growing up, you weren't aware that this was not your father. Now, they all had their, and when I say they, meaning this mother and father figure here, this mother figure was very aware, very, very, very aware that this man was not your father. But they were in a era or a generation where they really, really depended on a man. Let's keep it real, okay? They depended on a man to be able to take care of not only them, but also a child or children here. So you're going to be hearing and also seeing a lot of people coming out and learning that the father that they grew up with is not really their father, okay? Now, the father, which will also be considered the stepfather to you, knew that you weren't their actual biological child, and they grew a lot of resentment surrounding you. For whoever resonates, with this story here, you were what's the word? You were privy to a lot of abuse, a lot of financial abuse, spiritual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse from this father figure here. This mother figure knew that this person wasn't your father, but they didn't want to blow their cover, or they didn't want the good times to end. And in this instance here, when it comes to them, the good times consist of having a home over their head, being able to live in this house or a house, being able to being taken care of financially as well. They didn't want to sever the connection between the stepfather and them, because they knew that. So the mother figure wasn't aware that the stepfather knew that you didn't belong to them, or you weren't connected to them biologically. They did everything possible to appease the stepfather. So whatever the stepfather says goes. If the stepfather get angry or get upset, it was always like a cop out, like, oh, you know how your father is, or you should be more respectful, or you should this, or you should that. It will also more so kind of place it or blame it all on you, or make you carry the weight or the heavy baggage as to the actual decisions that they made prior. When you were growing up, the silence was very deafening when it came to you. Okay? It was very, very, very deafening when it came to you. There was a very undertone or underlying of silence here. You weren't aware as to why the silence was there, but the silence was basically because the secret was that this father was actually not your father. Okay? So we have pre-modern here. Okay? Insecure, and male. So you have an insecure male or father or stepfather in this instance here that were very insecure in regards to taking care of you. They did not want to take care of you, but this stepfather here, they wanted to keep hold, or they wanted to be attached to this mother figure here because it was the sex. Let's just keep it what it is. It's the same thing, redundant thing over and over and over. Generationally speaking, these individuals that are much older, so they could be from the baby boomers era or more so the Gen X era here, okay? But they both had something that they wanted to kind of keep quiet from each other, and more so from you here. So they felt like if they can take what they can from each other, that it would more so benefit them in the long run. You were put at a disadvantage because of the decisions that this mother figure made here. This mother figure very well, or was very aware, knew that this male was not your actual biological father. So they let a lot of things slide when you were growing up around this male figure or this toxic father figure here. So abuse may have happened. You may have been physically abused. You may have been emotionally abused. You ain't this, and you'll never be, and da da da. You may have been pushed out of the picture, or kind of out of the family picture here, because they wanted to make a very strong statement without actually making the statement publicly. But it was a very subtle statement that they were making in regards to teaching you or showing you that you did not belong to this family. And this mother figure allowed it. Somebody could be going to a water park, or you could be going to a pool setting. It could be a YMCA. Just be mindful of that if you're going to the YMCA or some kind of like an indoor public pool setting here. I feel that they don't take care of the pool like they should. You could be allergic to chlorine, or there's something with the chlorine that you're going to have an allergic reaction or adverse reaction to you getting in the pool. So just be careful of that, okay? I truly don't feel they take care of this pool. So if it's like a neighborhood pool or like a YMCA here, you should get another option before deciding to actually step foot into that pool, okay? So for whoever that resonates. Someone's name is Paul or Pauline. We have the home here. So there were a lot of things that were happening within this home. You were being ill-treated. If you had siblings, or a sibling or siblings that you grew up with there, they always showed favoritism towards those siblings because those siblings were biologically connected to this actual father. That's the reason why you may have felt Like this father didn't love you, this father didn't have patience for you, this mother figure didn't have patience for you, this mother figure didn't love you here, is because they knew of the secret. But again, the secret was very subtle surrounding you here. So we have debilitated and more so discomfort here. So to add insult to injury when it came to you, they felt like that you were speaking too much truth. And I feel like at one point in time, as you got older, of course, you may have been in a position where you started to review things, or you started to kind of regress back to the past, and you were kind of figuring out and wondering why this mother figure and also this father figure were treating you like ish here. Is because you finally realized either you got a paternity test to realize that this father wasn't actually your real father, or you were able to just kind of put all the puzzle pieces together to, to realize that this person was not your actual father figure here. And you actually paid for that in a very abusive way. Someone's name is Ramon or Robert, could be Roberta. Rakim, maybe you were listening to Rakim. I'm also hearing EMPD, or is it EPMD, something like that. It's an older like rap group from the 90s. It's either EMPD or EPMD, one of them, okay? So take that how that resonates. Flavor Flav might be your actual rapper, okay? He was with the Digital Underground, I guess band or company, but I'm hearing that Digital Underground. You may live in Atlanta. I know in Atlanta they have a specific area where there's a lot of like underground stores. I don't remember the actual name of that area, but I've been there before. So you could be from the Atlanta area. I'm also hearing Piedmont as well, okay? Someone's name is Francesca or Seska. I'm also hearing fricassee. Fricassee, so you could be cooking. Maybe you're trying different types of methods when it comes to cooking, okay? Someone's name is Alston, A-L-S-T-O-N, Alston, or Austin, A-U-S-T-I-N. You could be from Austin, Texas, or that could be someone's name. So every time that you spoke truth, because this father figure was aware that they did not connect with you biologically, they resented you. And I truly feel like they resented you because of the truth that you spoke. You weren't anything like this family dynamic. You've completely different from them. But the moment that this father figure realized that you've been speaking nothing but truth here, it really put them in a position where they felt like that they can hurt you. Your truth hurt them too much to where they felt like that they had permission to do these things towards you here. And this mother figure allowed it. This mother figure always had some form of a personal vendetta towards you, whether you are a woman or a man. Take it how it resonates. And they always wanted to kind of like show up first or arrive first. First house. First house represents like your appearance, or first house represents how you show up in the world. And they didn't want people to know or realize or see the dysfunction that is happening behind closed doors. So they will always make an initial appearance, or they will always make sure that they were primary into the appearance to ensure that they can keep this facade, hidden from other people, or more so keep this facade alive. They wanted to keep the falseness alive. They wanted to keep this whole picture perfect of this family dynamic. They wanted to keep that alive. And they're willing to do anything by any means necessary. So there were times where this father figure may have got very irate or upset with you here, and this mother figure noticed that, and this mother figure would allow this father figure to do whatever it is that they wanted towards you. So basically, they turned a blind eye. So we have past, but in reverse, okay? And they didn't want you digging up the past as to what you went through as a child. They felt like this was a family affair, and they felt like that all that has happened behind closed doors, it should have stayed hidden behind closed doors, despite them doing harmful things towards you. So his name is Roscoe, R-O-S-C-O-E, Roscoe. Someone's name could be Virginia or Ginny or Gin. Maybe you love gin. Rum and gin. Take that how that resonates. Someone's name is Rasul. R-A-S-U-L. Rasul. Ralston. R-A-L-S-T-O-N. Ralston. I'm also hearing the name Tamika. Someone's name is Terrence or Terry. I'm also hearing the name Tonka, T-A-N-K-A, or it could be Tonka, T-O-N-K-A. It could be Tonka Beans as well. You could be Catholic, or you may go to a Catholic church, or you may be raised as a Catholic. So take that how that resonates. This masculine energy, this father figure, this poor father figure here felt very insecure because you were able to see right through them since you were young. And they always thought that you would have been a threat to them, which is why they always felt like they had control to act in a very negative way towards you. Could be in Aries. Take it how it resonates. This father figure and mother figure both set you up for, they didn't set you up for success. They set you up for disaster. And they always wanted to ensure that you were very confrontational, or that you were always in confrontation here, to prove to you that you're not better than them. It's very odd. I don't understand how a mother figure can lay with multiple men, find out that the men that they laid with was not your biological father, but then penalize you for the mistakes that they made, for the actions that they made. You being abused because you realize that this actual father is not your father. And they felt that you should be tortured and fucked with because you realize that this mother figure ain't shit. It's like, how dare you tell my secrets? How dare you expose me for the filth that I am? This is this mother figure speaking in this way. This mother figure always saw you as competition. You were always better than them. You looked better than them. You always did things much better than them. You didn't have to lay down and sleep with people to prove yourself as to who you were. You didn't do any of the things in regards to what they have done in their growing up stages, or whatever the case may be. You don't have to lay down to get a plate of food. You don't have to lay down to pay your bills. You're very self-sufficient, whether you are a male or a woman. Take it how it resonates, whether you're a man or a woman. You didn't have to do any of these things in regards to what this mother figure had to do. They had to use their privates. Let's talk about it. I may trigger some people, but I don't care. I truly don't. They had to use what they had, which was nothing but their private part, to get what they needed to get, to secure what they needed to get. And you don't have to do any of those things. And that bothered them. So they tried to put you in positions, confrontational positions, to where you will be caught up in situations of that way. This mother figure also encouraged you to be in very toxic connections or relationships as well, knowing that they're able to see the red flags, but they're encouraging you to date a certain person, or to date, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, you should date them. They seem like a pretty good person. They this and they that, and you're looking at them like, there's a lot of red flags with this person. No. You should trust me. I'm your mom. You should trust me. I would never this, never that. This is not a mother figure here. It's not. It's not. And they knew this. They just didn't want you to know. You grew up as the evil You grew up as the evil step sister or step brother. They labeled you as evil. They labeled you as very combative. They labeled you as very confrontational. And the reason why you were all these things is because you had to learn how to protect yourself. The confrontation was a part of you surviving. It was a part of you being able to stay afloat of things because it was always you against them. It was always you against a group of individuals. And at the time, you felt, or you may have learned, or even adapted, that you may have had to be confrontational in certain ways or in certain scenarios or in certain situations. You had to figure out how you're going to protect yourself. So I don't blame you. I don't. Collectively, generally speaking, I don't blame you. These traits were given to you, or you learned these traits because that's all you had at the time. And you have to make sure that you're able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Specifically, if you're living amongst a very dysfunctional, very toxic family dynamic that didn't want the best for you. They were against you. But yet again, they didn't want you to be aware that they were against you. They just always wanted you to be in combat mode or confrontational mode, or always willing to fight something or someone. And for some of you guys, y'all may have actually protected or stood up or fight for this mother figure here, which is completely crazy. Someone's name is Bob or Bobby. I'm hearing Bobbington. Maybe that's a city. I don't know. I'm hearing the name Bobbington. Maybe you're bobbing for apples. Maybe you love to do that. Maybe fall is your favorite season. I'm hearing the word pulchatrude, P-U-L-C-H. Let me look that up real quick. Give me a sec. Pulchatrude? P-U-L-C-H, yeah, P-U-L-C-H-R-I-T-U-D-E. Pulchritude, beauty and fairness. Beauty, excellence, attractiveness, a word of unknown origin. Beauty. So, beauty can stem from an actual man or woman. Take it how it resonates, okay? Beauty is skin deep. It's within. Everybody's point of view when it comes to beauty is going to be slightly different. But you always had a beauty to you, whether you are a masculine or a feminine energy, or a man or a woman. Take it how it resonates. But there was always something very peculiar, always something very intelligent, something very, very, very different, but in a very beautiful way when it came to you. And they wanted to crush that. It was like you were the only flower that was standing still amongst a garden bed of weeds, and they wanted to do everything possible to ensure that the weeds would supersede your actual growth or the actual flower of your growth. Someone's name is Pemberton or Pendleton or Pendergrass. Maybe you're listening to Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass. Someone's name is Thompson. Thomas. Tomlinson, Tomilson. Tomlinson. You could be from Toledo. You could be from Tampa. Tucson. Talladega, Tallahassee. Temperton. So his name is Tempest. I'm also hearing Tempur-Pedic. Maybe you just purchased a new bed. Or maybe you like your bed or your mattress to be pretty soft. You don't like a hard A hard mattress. I get it. I understand. I don't like hard mattresses either. Okay. Maybe just purchase some cutlery, like knives and forks and things. Maybe you just moved into a new home. Congratulations. Okay. Someone's name is what? Tixon? I'm hearing the name Tixon. I don't know, is that a name? Tixon? Tixon? It could be. I don't know. It's very unique. I'm hearing the name Tixon, or however it resonates. Or you just purchased tickets to go to a concert, okay? Or you're thinking about going to a concert. Could be Teddy Swims. That's very specific. Maybe Teddy Swims is one of your favorite artists that just came out, and he's pretty new. He has a really great artist. But I'm hearing I'm going to the concert of Teddy Swims. You should go. You should go. All right. Someone was born in the 8th month of August, or your birthday may fall on the 8th day, or you've been meditating for the past 8 days, or you were led to meditate for the past 8 days. There's something specific around the number 8. Lionsgate is also coming up as well too with the 8-8 portal. Okay. Someone's name is Anastasia, Annalise. I'm hearing Aquemini, which is the album. I believe that's the sophomore album of Outkast. Aquemini, Aquarius, and Gemini. So you could be a very big Outkast fan, okay? I'm also hearing tungsten, Tungstn. I know that's a form of a like an element. I believe tungsten is used for phones. You could be a scientist. You're very quiet with your inventions or your creative endeavors. But I'm talking to a scientist on here. Someone's name is Allen, Allen. Could be Allyn or Allin. Someone's name could be Elaine, Elaine. Elias, Esaias, Eleanor, Esther, Imani, could be with an E or I. I'm also hearing muscadine. It's a type of fruit. Muscadine, maybe you're growing muscadine, or maybe you live in an area that grows muscadine, which will be heavily within the South. I believe like Georgia and South Carolina, around those states. Muscadine could be heavily grown where you live. Someone loves to forage for fruits and mushrooms. You could be a herbalist or a master herbalist, or you're going to school to become a master herbalist. Y'all just bear with me. I have a lot of messages that are coming through. Okay. Yeah, we have collaboration here. So this mother figure, toxic mother figure, and toxic father figure here this mother figure knew that this father wasn't your father, and this toxic father knew that they weren't your actual father here. They had different reasons as to why they ill-treated you, but they also collaborated here. So you could have been sexually abused by this actual father figure here. And this mother figure stood quiet because they wanted to remain or to keep access or have access to this masculine's money or finances, because they had other children around them. So you weren't the only child around this mother figure. There was this masculine stepfather energy or foster father energy that took advantage of the whole situation here. So you may have been sexually assaulted by this masculine energy. Someone's name is Brenda or Brandis or Brandis. Bronco, Roscoe or Brosco. Anthony, Antonio, Antoine, and Twain. Augusta could be from Augusta, Georgia, or maybe your name is Augusta, or their name is Augusta, or Augustus. We have interests here. So as you ascend, you realize that the things that they were saying about you weren't true. And the moment that you disconnected from them is the moment that they wanted to keep an even closer eye onto you, because they knew that you were aware of the secrets that they were trying to hide from you. They didn't want you to be aware that you were aware of the secrets that they were trying to hide from you. So they did everything in a very subtle way. Oh, well, I'm going to get you back. Well, I'm going to shut you up. Well, I'm going to make sure that you don't ever speak up. I'm going to put your life in harm's way. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to debilitate you. This is what this mother figure or father figure felt like towards you. This is their way of doing things, despite them being older towards you. At any point in time that they felt disrespected by you, or they felt crossed by you, they felt that that was the window of opportunity to cause harm to you in many different ways. Unaligned this here. They were unaligned towards you. This mother figure may have taught you to be around toxic individuals, or they really encourage you to be in toxic relationships. Yep, with perspective. They wanted you to see their perspective and only their perspective. It's my way, the highway. I'm your mother. I would never say anything wrong to you. I would never do anything wrong to you, but yet proceed to do wrong things towards you. Someone's name is Appleton. You may love apples. Someone's name is Verna or Claire. Verna could be Angela. Could be Princess. Someone's name is Princess. Suzette, Suzanne. Dwelling on darkness. Okay. This mother figure was dwelling on a lot of darkness when it came to you, because you saw through their signs, so you were able to, you were how can I put that? You were seeing the signs that they were giving to you. You were seeing that something was off. Maybe you have respected this mother at one point in time, but it came a point in time where all of the chips fell and you really had to confront this person. So you may have physically confront this person and let them know that you were aware as to what was going on, or maybe you have completely separated from them and they realized that you were aware, and this is where they started to come after you, because they needed to protect this father figure or this masculine figure, because they felt like if you spoke up in regards to what this father figure have done to you here, it's going to break apart or it's going to destroy this family dynamic. And they could not have that. They didn't want the family name to be muddied or dragged through the mud. But the funny thing here is that even the extended family were aware that this father figure wasn't your actual father, but they just kept quiet. And the reason why they kept quiet here is because they were asking this father figure or this mother figure for money. So it was a form, everybody had their own specific position as to what they needed from this particular mother or father figure here. And you were the scapegoat for it. They knew other people were aware, but they had to pay them to stay quiet. You were the scapegoat. So you were physically abused or consistently abused because of the actions that they decided to make. So an example would be mother figure slept with multiple men, don't know who the father is when it comes to you here. Other people of the extended family is aware that this masculine is not your father, and they're taking out all their anger on you because they have to pay the extended family to stay quiet about the fucking secret that they had. Imagine being brutally abused because of a decision a mother figure wanted to make or has made. It was more so let the best man win or let the best man win when it came to this mother figure here. And they wanted to make sure that they had an upstanding man or so-called a man that can take care of the responsibilities financially so that way they can stay afloat. You may have reached out to this mother figure and said that this father figure was interfering with you in a very inappropriate way, and they let it slide underneath the rug, or they kept it underneath the rug, or they pushed it underneath the rug, or they swept it underneath the rug. And if you were to say anything at any point in time in regards to what this very disgusting father figure has done towards you here, you were considered the evil one. You were considered the enemy. You were considered the reason why the family dynamic can't stay together. You were blamed as to why they got a divorce or a separation, or they went their separate ways because of the secrets in regards to what you knew. It was a necessary ending. It was either going to be you or it's going to be them. And you decided to choose you. And that infuriated this mother figure even more. You can't win with this mother figure. You can't win with a person that has a very dark way of thinking or very low vibrational way of thinking. You can't win with individuals in this way. You just can't. This mother figure was so ready to put you down or to destroy your life or to actually unalive you. That's how far this went, because this mother figure did not want you to let other people know that this masculine or father energy was not your actual biological family. So you had to take the brunt of it. You had to deal with it, which is not fair to you. Yes, they held a grudge against you because you spoke out. For whoever resonates, you spoke out. That ain't my dad. That ain't my real dad. That's my stepfather. That's this, that's that. And you spoke out about the grueling and very inhumane abuse that you went through. You did. So it's like more so because they refuse to take accountability. Oh, well, you're not going to say that's your father? Okay, well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to make you self-sabotage. How are you going to make the collective self-sabotage based on the decisions that you made, karmic mommy? How? Make this make sense. Why is it that the collective should be penalized because you don't know how to stay off of your back? And I'm going there. I am. Yes, I am. Why should we be responsible for something that we didn't create, collectively, generally speaking? Why should we be responsible? Because you don't understand, and this I'm talking to the karmic mother figure here, that you don't understand or don't know to not lay on your back for whatever it is that you're trying to do or trying to secure here. We, generally and collectively speaking, we don't lay on our backs to get prizes or to get finances or to get someone to love us or to stay around us to love us. We don't think in that way. That's what they're not ready to accept, or the accountability of it all. They can't accept that you are nothing like them. And they want to penalize you because you're nothing like them. I would never be upset at a hoe. You are what you are. If you want to be a gardening tool, then be a gardening tool. But what you do is not going to affect me. This is something that you really need to understand. What other people do in their life, it should not affect you. Disconnect and move away from this individual. Why should I be penalized for what you've done? You the one that laid down with multiple men and slept with them, and now you don't even know who your kid or child's father is. Hey, it may trigger some people, but it is what it is. If you don't want that to happen, don't do it. And then to add insult to injury, they don't even know who they slept with here. They want to penalize you because they don't know what they've done, or more so who they slept with. It doesn't make sense. And I, collectively, generally, individually speaking here, I'm not going to be responsible for the decisions that you made. We all have decisions to make. We are all living our own life. We all create our own reality. What you create does not affect me. So if you create chaos, that's not going to affect me, because I'm going to move away and disconnect. If you create blessings and success in your life, okay, also, that may not affect me as well too, because that's not my blessings, that's not my success. That's their blessings, that's their success. They worked hard for it. They changed their reality. They changed the way things were. You know, they didn't like the way life was going for them, so they did something different. What other people do should not affect you. Anger. And they were expecting you to be angry about this. And if you were, it was very valid. Don't get me wrong. It was very valid if you were angry. But for most of y'all weren't angry over this because you knew, you had an inkling, you were aware, you had premonitions surrounding this actual foster or stepfather here. And he was like, that's not my dad. That's your dad. That's your dad. You don't talk to your dad that way. Da, da, da. That was not your father. That's why this person resent you, because they knew that they weren't your father. And by you speaking back to them came it was more so a very insubordination, or very insubordinate, to where they had to prove a point towards you to let you know that even though, despite that they're not your father, you're not going to embarrass them, or you're not going to speak the truth, or you're not going to do something out of place that's going to put them in hot water. Somebody's watching Marvel movies, or you may love Spider-Man or Batman or X-Men or something of nature. Maybe you study them as, I don't know. I'm hearing studies. So maybe you study X-Men. Maybe you think you're an X-Men with powers. I don't know, child. That's just what I see. Okay, take it how it resonates. But we have victim mentality in ancient history. So they're always quick to pull the victim mentality type of card, or victim mentality card, with the ancient history, which means that when they are caught in a lie, they're quick to say, oh, and oh, and I. They're always quick to play victim. Always quick to play victim. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, if these individuals had if they really, really, really had their way, you would not be here today. I'm gonna be so for real with you. With toxic family and daddy issues. The daddy issues were that person was not your father. That was the issue. You couldn't connect with this father figure. You couldn't even hug this person correctly. You ever notice that when you try to interact with a person, your energy states otherwise? It's like, yeah, I can. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to connect with this person. I don't want to have love for this person. Yeah, they knew. We had financial failure here in STD. So not only were they trying to put you in financial failure, they wanted you to succumb to the evilness of this world. They wanted you to spread yourself thin. They wanted you to have multiple partners as they did. They wanted you to live a lifestyle like they did, very reckless and irresponsible. This is a so-called praying mother that when they open up their Bible, they're praying against you or they're praying on your downfall because you knew the type of individual that they were. We have suffering and silence. No communication. When you decided to go no communication is when they decided to go cold-hearted or even more cold-hearted in that kind of way. Why aren't you speaking to me? You need to answer your phone. You need to respond to me. Excuse me. This is how this mother figure or father figure feels like. But again, it's only to keep you in contact or to keep a line or a lifeline available with you here so that way they can ensure that you don't speak their secrets. You don't realize that the person that's holding the secret, the person on the opposite end or the receiving end of this so-called secret, if that makes sense, meaning that would be you here. You're the one that actually go through more than the person that actually holding the secret, if that makes sense. So someone that is trying to hold a secret over your head and at the time you weren't aware, it actually, it does not benefit you in the way that it should or anticipate. It actually can destroy you in many different ways because you're not aware of the secret that's being held over your head, if that makes sense. So they wanted to abuse you while they held the secret over your head. But the moment that you found out that this secret is what it was and you started to speak up and out, they wanted to further abuse you more. It's a lose-lose situation in regards to you. That's what they wanted for you. They knew that you wouldn't keep secrets because of the truth that you spoke. And they knew that your truth would be very damaging to their reputation. That's how far a person's willing to go when it comes to an actual secret. They will destroy you by any means necessary to the point where they will unalive you because of the secrets that they hold. They don't care about you. They care about the secret being held or not being dismantled or not being shown for everyone to see. Because then that's truly going to show other people just how wicked and vile that they are. They're okay with you knowing that they're wicked or vile, but they can't have their community of individuals or peers to be aware just how wicked and vile that they truly are. It doesn't benefit you at all. It benefits the family dynamic. You're not a part of the family dynamic, so why would it benefit you? They already exiled you because of the secrets that they hold over your head. This is a very toxic, karmic family that you lived under. Yes, very karmic and toxic in nature. They were too good to be true. And you saw that. We have narcissists here, emotional exhaustion, Sudden changes, hitting agenda, emotional exhaustion, narcissist. Can you get a reading? Yes, you will have to book a private read, but yes, you can get a read. My information is kalindi.com/afrozen. I'm gonna have to start putting that stuff up. I don't really put it up like that, but I'm gonna need to start putting it up. So let me put that up real quick. Give me a second. But if you're wanting to book a private read with me, that's where you want to have to go through my website, okay? So give me a second. Let me add that in. Da, 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 da. So it's Kalindi. No, I'm not going to read you live now. Listen, you're not going to tell me how to run my shit over here, okay? I'm telling you how I run my things over here. If you want a private read, you want me to tap into your private energy, you're going to have to book a read. You ain't running nothing over here, boo. Okay, I want to let you know that. You don't tell me what to do on my channels. But if you would like a private read, you'll have to go through my personal website to do that, okay? If not, then you can just ride off into the sunset. But you ain't gonna tell me how to run my stuff over here. You tripping really bad. Yeah, really bad. And to be honest, I think you should tread lightly. Because knowing that your energy is completely open, I can just pull out your darkest secrets here in regards to what you're trying to hide. So you don't make sense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ja got you. Yeah, I'm sure. Anywho, this is my website. Don't disrespect me, okay? I don't get it. That's my website. Anywho, let's keep moving forward, child. I love the ones that be trying to challenge me, try to challenge my position. You can't challenge my position, boo. You just can't. You can try, but you're going to get your feelings hurt. I'm going to just say this and I'm going to move forward. If you feel that I'm the perfect candidate for you to read for you, okay? Because you're asking me to read for you, then that means that you should be able to pay for my services so that way that you could be able to, so that way I could be able to tap into your energy. Okay, watch yourself, lady. Them spirits bounce you, baby. I'm very, very, very secure in my spirituality. You really don't know who you up against. You coming up against me, asking me and telling me what I should do. Child, please. I'm not new to this, boo. I'm very true to this. So those little warnings or those little false little thing, child, that ain't gonna do nothing to me, but it's gonna do something towards you. Tread very lightly coming over here trying to try that bullshit with me, okay? I don't care. I don't. Don't come for me. It is what it is. And this is why I keep showing you guys and keep encouraging you guys to make sure that you have boundaries, because you're going to have people that try to play you. You ain't going to play me, boo. Okay? You tread lightly. Let's keep moving forward. We have Capricorn here. You could be a Capricorn or they could be a Capricorn. Take it how it resonates here. You may have a Capricorn mother, or you may have a Capricorn father that's very toxic in nature here, that knew that you were very psychic, okay? Or you just have very strong discernment, okay? A message is coming. So you are the messenger here. And they didn't like the fact that you were able to see past them. As I mentioned, since you were very young, you always spoke nothing but truth. Nothing but truth. And they were very intimidated by the truth that you spoke. Hi, Winton. Thank you. Imagine asking me for a read and threatening me because I'm not moving the way you want to move. Child, please. I double dog dare you to try me, boo. Try it, bitch. Baby, I'm not the 2 or the 3. I'm telling you, boo. I'm telling you. I will have you, baby. Leave me alone, please. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Trust me, leave me alone, okay? Shocking messages here. Leave me. You don't want this smoke, boo. You don't want this. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's all. That's why I keep saying I'd rather laugh at you than hurt you. Leave me alone. All right now. The reason why I'm laughing so much is because I can actually feel the fear of this person now. You come on here talking Tony the Tiger tough bullshit, and I can see right through all of your shadows there, and you're very afraid, which makes no sense to me. How you gonna be tough behind a computer screen, child? Child, please. I don't need to know where you at to touch you. Anywho, we have mistake. We have mistake. Let me keep moving forward, y'all. Oh man, it's funny, comical as hell. You only gonna hurt yourself, boo. You would never hurt me. Oh God, you tripping. Want me to read for you, but what you think this is, child? Anywho, let me focus. I apologize, collective, but you know. So we have risk taker here with shocking message here. The shocking message here is that you're not going to take any mess from this mother figure or father figure here. You're going to let them know what's up, whether you actually speak to them one-on-one or just more so in the public setting here. Yeah, you're letting everyone know that they are a liar. Okay, thank you. So we have stuck energy here. Could be a Libra that's pretending. Oh no, that's everything is fine, and you know the family is okay, and no, and the family's not going through. The family is in shambles, boo. Because what happens here once you realize that this father figure was not your father, and you were speaking up in regards to it here, this mother figure here gather all whatever left that they had of the family dynamic. It could be 2 brothers, 3 brothers, 4 brothers, 5 brothers, siblings, whatever, however, child. They got the siblings to come up against you here, and they all failed. And they're all struggling. They're all not doing well here. And they are confused because it's like, well, all of us came up against you. How is it that you're able to beat us here? Because you were never the weakest link. You don't get to hurt another person and then hide and cower behind something that you think or feel is going to protect you. It's just not going to work that way. It's just not. You're working hard to become, they're working hard to ensure that they have no protection, because coming up against you is a form of not having any protection. If you are connected to source or spirits or the divine here, that energy, that big body of energy is always going to have your back, your front, and your sides. So you're not going to be a weak person, despite whatever it is that you are going through. Even if you're going through some weak moments here, that's when that energy overrides or supersedes to ensure that not any MFer is going to come up against you to cause some kind of harm or mayhem or mishap towards you here. They don't know how this works, truly, clearly. This is why they have trust issues. Imagine someone that so-called say they believe in God have issues with God. They have trust issues with God. Well, the reason why they have trust issues with God is because they were doing negative things or harmful things against this energy that they call God. They ain't connected to God like they say they are. Let's keep it what it is. Let's keep it 100. They're not connected to God. They're connected to something else that is driving them to cause some kind of hurt or pain onto you. Child, please. You go into God, but you got issues with God? That makes no sense to me. How you gonna come to God and have issues with God? Oh, okay. Well, let me know how that turns out, player. Please. Okay. It could be a Sagittarius, you could be, they could be. However it resonates. Good luck is here. Okay. Maybe you just purchased a home. Congratulations. Maybe you're wanting to be into real estate, or you're becoming a real estate agent. That's going to do extremely well for you. For whoever's on the divine collective side of things, you're going to do extremely well moving forward here. No one is going to stop your money. You're a hard worker. Okay. As I mentioned before, Jupiter is currently in Cancer. So there's going to be a lot of beautiful things that are unfolding for the ones that's on the right side of things. And also Saturn is coming in. I'm not sure where Saturn is going to fall at this moment. But let me double check. Let me look at my astro placements. Where is Saturn right now? I think Saturn's in Aquarius. No, Saturn's in Virgo. Oh, okay. Okay, Saturn's in Virgo, and Saturn and Virgo in the fourth house. Fourth house is family. So basically, Saturn is known for being the executor of your judgment. Are you on the right side of things, or are you on the negative side of things? And Saturn comes in to more so weigh your heart or judge your heart to see how you're going to benefit from the outcome here. So if you've been doing nothing but great things, then expect Saturn to spin the block and reward you with greater things. If you are on the negative side of things, we'll expect Saturn to come around and, handle that ass whooping there, So I'm going to stop right here in regards to stressed out. They're stressed out because they can no longer use you as a scapegoat. They're stressed out because they can no longer keep their lives afloat. They're very stressed out because you don't want anything to do with them. They're very stressed out because you're not willing to move forward, or you're not willing to be complacent, or you're not willing to corroborate the lies or the foolishness that they have been saying about you towards other people. You don't want anything to do with this mother or father figure. You don't want anything to do with this family dynamic here, and they feel some type of way about that. Oh, well, it is what it is. You can't save everybody, but you can save yourself. You can't save everybody, but you can save yourself. And I highly, highly, highly encourage you that you make sure that you put yourself on the pedestal or the forefront to save yourself. Because if family was willing to do all this diabolicalness towards you here, then it's really, 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 I hope it sets within your beautiful heart here to realize that you really can't trust all the, people that are around you in this way here. So we have Scorpio. We have Virgo. We have Sagittarius. Taurus. Capricorn. Aries. And Virgo. All right. So if that resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I love you guys. Go out there and be freaking great. Don't forget to order your book from Amazon as well too. Wisdom Beyond Wounds. All right. It is a book from healing from narcissistic traumas and things of that nature. Yeah, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for your support. I love you back, Chandra. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. See you, TikTok. Thank you. Hold on, wait, what I messed up here, child? Hold up. What's going on? Hold on. How I get this off? TikTok? What the heck? I can't get TikTok off. Hold on. It says swipe left to close. Get this thing off, chat. All right, TikTok won't close. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'll see y'all later. All right, Instagram and Facebook, thank you so much for being here. It is truly appreciated. I'll see you on the next one. And YouTube, yeah, I'm not worrying about them damn hecklers, child. I see right through them. You ain't putting no fear over here, child. Okay, you just making an ass out yourself. All right. Was that heifer blocked? Let's see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your scary ass. Get the fuck out of here with your scary ass. Don't step into an arena that you're not ready for. Learn to leave people alone. I'm gonna keep saying it. You don't know who walks with who. And I have very strong boundaries that anyone is not going to cross. If you are respectful, I'm going to be respectful to you. If you're very loving, I'm going to return that back to you. But if you feel that you can come over here with your, let's say your strength within your nuts, child, please. You don't have no strength over here. You don't have any power over here, and you're not doing anything over here. And that's specifically for the karmic. You ain't doing nothing over here, okay? So tread lightly when it comes to me, all right? Like I said, if you give me love, I'm going to give you love right back. If you give me hate, then I'm just going to go dive deep within your deepest, darkest shadows that you hiding from the public, and I'm just going to expose it to everyone to see and just make you feel this small. Yeah, I'm that petty. So leave me alone. I don't bother you. Don't bother me. Do not bother me. That's all I got to say. I love the ones that love me back. I love the ones that support me as I support you. I hope you have a phenomenal day, and I hope that all of the wishes and the prayers that you want for yourself, I hope that it manifests, and I hope it comes true to you guys. All right, love you guys, and I will talk to y'all soon. Hi, David. Love you guys. Amiola. Hey, Jamie and Cornelius. I'll see you on the next one.